Hey viewers, next thing for my cool stuff videos is this unusual motor. The casing is made entirely out of brass, I think. It's very heavy. It must weigh 3 or 4 pounds. I picked it up at a surplus store and opened her up, and I've never seen anything like this before. Nor have I had any motor made by this company before. As you can see, it's quite old. Date, that's 4 and a 3, 1943. It is on its way out. The armature windings are black and burnt, but it will still run. It just won't start on its own. So here's one side of your terminals here. You got S1, R2, and S2 there. And if I roll it over, you have R1 and R3 there. Now if you have a look inside, it's just kind of hard to do. You can see that you don't have your standard brush and contacts in this. I will open it up. So as you can see, all it is little slivers of metal touching solid contacts on the armature part. So I have no idea how this motor works. I've never come across it before. It's a very unusual motor. And nothing in this book explains how this motor would work. This fractional horsepower electric motors, fourth edition. No, not 4th edition. 2nd edition, 4th impression. And just some of the motor types that it all talks about. It's quite a detailed book. It talks about how to rewind them, rewire them, how they work. It's everything you would need to know about fractional horsepower electric motors. It's a very interesting book. I don't even remember where the heck I got it from, but I'm glad I do. It's very insightful. So I'll hook it up and I'll run it before I open it up, just to show you guys what it actually does. Alright, I've got it hooked up. The only 2 terminals that I found that actually did anything, make the motor run, were the 2 ones with the wires actually going in. The other terminals on either side I find didn't do anything. So I have no idea what they're for or what they do. Alright. Like I say, this will not start on its own, so I'll have to give it a little kickstart. See, it will try. .2800 RPMs. Now that's running at about 60 volts right now. It is rated for 115 volts. And as you can see, at 60 volts, it's already running above its rated amperage, which is 0.5. So if I take it up to 120 volts, you can see it's running a little over double its rated amps. So it is burning itself out. Not completely gone, but it's getting there. So next what I'll do is I'll open it up and show you guys the inside. Maybe someone can enlighten me on how the heck this motor actually runs, because I sure as heck can't figure it out. Right, so I've taken these parts off, and as you can see, all they are is a little thin piece of metal with a very with a small spring in between them. There's not much pushing force between these. And the other side, that's R1 and R3, same idea. And I'll just want to show you that this will still run without these even connected. So you can see that there's no power getting to the armature part of this motor right now. The two wires that get hooked up to power go right to the stator windings. So yeah, it's a very unusual motor, and I've never come across anything like it. I mean, I've got videos where I put power right to the right to these, and the motors do run. Sure, they'll kill themselves pretty quickly, but they do run. But as for just putting power to the stator windings, I don't know. I always thought power had to go to this part to make these kind of motors actually rotate. Otherwise they'll just sit there and do nothing. But not this fella. I don't know, it's weird. Alright, I'll take apart more and show you guys what else is in there. Alright, I got it fully disassembled now. You got your rear bearing housing in there. Your front bearing housing and your stator windings. And then you got your armature. You can see the windings are definitely burnt. It's amazing it'll even still turn. But what baffles me is this part here. I don't understand how this is supposed to run without your individual copper points all the way around it, like you would have on your standard brushed motor. On this side, we have a spring-loaded weight for what I assume dampens out RPM spikes, I guess, or averages out the RPMs. So if I turn this, it only turns so far either way. So if I turn this all one way and let go, if I turn it the other way and let go, it'll always spring back to the center. And it's just done by a spring hidden underneath. But so yeah, if anyone has ever seen a motor like this and knows how the heck this thing is supposed to run, please enlighten me, because I'd love to know. And my fractional horsepower book doesn't mention anything like this. So yeah, I'd love to know more about it, so if anyone does know, please leave a comment beneath. Thanks for watching.